Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Rudy as we journey back in time to a 2022. Remember, this item was produced probably in 2021 during the boom and then was released in 2022 in the crash. So this product was probably A, overprinted, B, was just annihilated on release because of the overall economic conditions. So today my patron, Peter H., all the way over there in good old New Jersey, says, Rudy, I've never opened one of these. So we're going to do literally a sealed case and some loose box, a total of 12 boxes of the old girls band party. Old band girls. The old, the dream. This is, every time I see this, all I think is like the US English version of or a different version of a Guitar Hero. That's all I think is like the type of video games and anime mobile series. This is an interesting little product. There's not a lot of really expensive cards, and the supply doesn't seem to be that crazy, but there's like almost no demand. It just sits there. It's a very weird Weiss product. And this is one of those little premium boxes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these little things. These are kind of what they call premium boosters. So before we open our case, first, we're going to start with these two loose boxes. Sit back, relax, everybody, as we explore a set I've never opened before. And again, the boxes aren't very big. It's probably going to take me longer just to actually open the product to get to the packs and get everything prepped. So, there's not many packs at all in there. 7? Yeah, 7 packs. Beautiful gold, though. Boy, that gold and red is gorgeous color, though. That's a nice thumbnail for you guys. That is a gorgeous. I love the coloring. So, I get questions about Weiss, Pokemon, even Lorcana and One Piece, about single cards and the pricing. A lot of people, there's always confusion. And unfortunately, I don't have a good answer for a lot of these things. But first, I just want to explore it. So, okay. So, SR, right out of the... Okay, so what's the pull rates on these? Wait a minute. What the heck? Is every card... Maybe every card super flashy? I didn't realize that. I'm not used to this in Weiss. Okay, so is every card like a super flashy SR? Lofty ambitions and you get all the girls and super textured in one pack? And then the last card, you get the old BDR, the super flashy version? Is every pack like this, or did I just open like a random god pack? Alright, so let's try this again. Pack 1. Okay, so wow. So that's why they call these premiums. So holy smokes. So every single card is super textured and flashy for your pleasure. So they're all the SRs. And then you get... So, okay, I get it now. So every card's an SR. Then each pack you get one. Hey, Morphonica. Wasn't this another premium pack? Another premium Weiss set, Morphonica, like a year later or something? So you get one of the flashy ones per box, I think, or per pack? Holy cow. That's crazy. Wow, I can definitely see why people would love the quality. Wow, the quality on these things is phenomenal. Okay, wow, it shows I've never opened one of these before. So every pack, you get one of these gold hot stamped cards? Okay, wait a minute, hold on a second. So if every pack has one of these flashy cards, so the regular cards cannot be that rare or desirable. Oh, that red is beautiful on there. The old Scarlet Soul. Oh, okay, so each one has a certain version of all the girls. I'm noticing that right there. And then the last card in the pack, you get like the super flashy version. So wait a minute, if every pack has a card like that? Like, there's no way there's anything that's expensive. That's really interesting the way they track printed these things. So each one, and then you get your super hot stamp in the back. How many are there? Hold on, I gotta go back pulling the box back up. Let's finish this little one. There's only 7. Holy cow. So we still haven't even seen a duplicate yet. And then the old blooming cheers. This is not what I expected for a premium. So do people like these or not like this style? Because there's not really going to be much of a chase then, right? I guess everyone's trying to get these super... Man, I tell you what though. Bushy Road, and these have got to be the best card stock. Like, I see these come through on PCG on the grading all the time, the Weiss cards. And Weiss cards... they have to be the easiest cards to get a high grade. If you want like all 9 5s and 10s, The cardstock quality of Weiss is unbelievable. So, okay, here's box 2. So, okay, wow, you can go through these really, really quick. So you get your 4 regulars. I'm going to track box 1 and 2. I just want to see here. So I don't think there's actually like a major secret hit, right? Wow, some of the art on these is gorgeous. Holy moly's. So, to my surprise, we're actually not getting a lot of duplicates. Are we? We are not actually getting a lot of duplicates. Huh. I thought for a small premium set... Are you ready? You would think we'd have a lot of duplicates. Huh. So there must be 20, 30, 40. Oh, that red and black is probably my favorite right there. Oh, wow. That might be my favorite art with the red, black, the fishnets on there out of all of them so far. The other one I really liked was was it the purple one? No, that one. That was gorgeous looking. Okay, so move those 4. So that's still... Okay, so let me open the case real quick here. Let me move these aside. So that makes me kind of question some things. So if there's not any other crazy case hits, what exactly is the super rare chase? So on the box, so obviously the band girls, so okay, bands included. So you do have the Poppin' Party, Resilia, okay, the Morphonic, because I was like, I recognize those from the other sets. I remember selling some of these different sets and carrying them in the past. So 35 types, the holo. So there's 35 of the gold hot stamps? Holy smokes. So each pack contains 5 shiny hologram cards. In a random 1 out of 5 features a hot stamp. Each pack contains all members that are from the same band group. Okay. Is there any details there? It contains 7 packs. It is not possible to start with 1 pack. Due to nature of the product, some cards may appear repeated. Quality. This product does not include gold, silver, coupon. Okay. All right. So let's kind of analyze the financial value here. So this is also so this is our first one from the sealed case. So it didn't say anything about case hits though. So that's definitely going to impact the financial value. So that's interesting. So you get literally the whole band group right there. Then you get your 1 flashy hit. Because I want to kind of sort these at the end. And I kind of want to see what the duplication is. Because so far, well, if there's 35 different ones. Okay, hold on. So if there's 35 different major, what are these, FBRs? BDRs. If there's 35 versions, there's only 7 packs in a box. Even if you get 0 duplicates, you would have to open, 5 boxes? And not get a single duplicate just to get all the cards. Which, as we know, is not very possible. So most likely, so it sounds like to me, 1 whole case would probably get you an entire batch, right? This is a very interesting thing because, okay, so if each box has 7 packs, if each pack has 1 BDR hit, okay, that means you get 7 of the flashy versions per box. If a box is $20 to $30 online, and you get 7 hits per box, and each of these, go on TCG Player, everybody. Each hit in the back of the pack, each BDR, the worst ones are $1 to $2 a card. The worst, okay? Obviously, you're going to have a liquidity problem if you open thousands of these, which I don't think anyone has anyways. I don't even have that. You'll have a liquidity problem trying to move that many, but let me just try to understand. Lofty ambitions. Now, you have some of these. Beautiful gold sand there. So, there's like 4 or 5 of them out of 35 that are worth like $5 to $10 a card. Right now, at least. So, I'm trying to remember which one. I might have to check which ones real quick. So, ooh, I like the background on that one. So, I'm just not understanding how this is working financially here. If a box is $20, $30, and you get 7 cards worth between $1 and $10 each, I don't understand this. I don't understand how this works. Assuming the cards would actually sell, or if there's actually buyers for them, that doesn't... Lofty ambitions. I think Lofty Ambitions is one of the more expensive ones, one of the $5, $10 ones. Because even if let's say you get 2 cards that are $5, $10, and the rest are $1 to $2. So let's say that's $10. and that would be $15. That'd be like $30 a piece, plus all the regular cards. But the boxes, is the EV on these inverted? Okay. this is why I like doing this. Because there's times there's no way to fully understand kind of and experience a product or really understand what's going on. We've got the old blooming cheers. There's no way to really get kind of, I don't know how to say it. There's no way to understand how the cards and how the market works and why certain things are priced a certain way. Oh, the coloring on that's gorgeous. Until you really crack some packs here. So out of our 12 box opening, Peter, so is that, like, Peter, you gotta send me a private message, because we're 5 out of 12 here, and you gotta let me know, in your opinion, like, what are you building an actual Weiss deck? Are you collecting certain chase hits and you're realizing, well, you know, I'm just trying to understand this. Because I have a couple cases of this that I put aside for myself in the past, some years ago. And I had no idea that these little premium things were designed this way. Because I never cracked a little premium Weiss box. Like Lofty Ambitions, like, I can't remember which ones. The numbers are just weird to me. Like, if Lofty Ambitions is let's say even a $5 card, okay? And then Innocent Flapping over here. Like, if you get a couple $5 cards, let's say none of them are even over $5, okay? And then you get a bunch of the $1 to $2, let's just call them $1.50 each. Let's just say $1.50 each. So, the old blooming cheers. So 5 cards are $1.50. Let's just say that's $10. Huh. And the other two, so the minimum value of just the pack hits in the box should be $20, $30, assuming none of them ever go up in value or ever become anything or have synergy with a new card or anything. There's no desire. So these technically, and that also gives you all the regular cards in the pack free, right? So that also provides you all the SRs. So if the pack of cards, all the band members would essentially be free cards, not including the chase hits. See, things like this always infatuated me. When I was starting my card business many years ago, back in like let's call it like the mid 2000s, and I first started collecting and selling cards on eBay. This is way before even TCG Player existed. When I first started doing this kind of stuff, what was interesting about it is I discovered certain sets and certain times there would be a lot of opportunity. I don't want to just say just pure arbitrage, but there'd be a lot of opportunity when the market just didn't seem to, how do I say it? Where the market didn't seem to appreciate, or the market would reject something. And I feel like this is, like now I'm curious about like other premium products. Like the other ones from the past that were premium little Weiss products. Like the Morphonica one, and what was it, Rizzoli? That band. There's a couple different ones, and if they're all like this, that's a very, very interesting thing. And I'm kind of surprised that there aren't more like single sellers or people that are doing that in Weiss. Because I don't... So essentially, because again, we have no major hit though. But it's like, if you look at TCG Player, there you go, exciting performance. If you look at TCG Player, I'm going to take a guess that there's going to be a couple of these cards that if you bought 2 or 3 of them, the price would probably jump to like $10, $20, $30. Which then makes the situation even more crazy, because that's more, if an entire box, let's just say a box of these are $25. If the box is $25, the numbers are just super weird. What's to stop somebody from kind of going infinite? And I guess the liquidity is going to be kind of the answer there, everybody. What's to stop someone from that innocent, I love that, innocent flapping? You know, I feel like that the more like certain cards like this are probably the more desirable ones. But that's what I keep thinking about. I was like, okay. And then I don't know what the graded market, I know Weiss has definitely a pretty solid graded market on different sets, especially when it comes to like Hololive, Azure Lanes, you know, Bunko Babes, especially some of the older chase hits. Even the AOT Attack on Titans, the Dragon's Maids, obviously Jobless Reincarnations. You've got a good amount of these got Lofty Ambitions over here. And I could easily see 1 or 2 of these cards being $10, $20, $30 a piece. That wouldn't be hard to do. But the question is, I guess, are there a lot of these? Are there a lot of cases left out there? Did a lot, after 2 years, did a lot of stores keep a bunch of these things, like waiting for maybe a market recovery or some opportunity to dump their Bang Girls? You know, I don't know. My instinct is no. My instinct is I don't feel like there's probably going to be a ton of sealed product of this out there. Because at the same time, I don't know if anybody really invested or collected this particular product many years ago. I don't know if that was even really a thing or not. So, by the way, I want to comment real quick, just kind of glancing through as we're going here, Peter. I'm not, the randomization in the track printing on these seems to be pretty all over the place. I am not seeing any set patterns. Like, I've noticed each box, though. I've noticed each box of 7 packs, we don't seem to be getting duplicates of our chase hit, though. I don't think I've seen a single box where we actually had duplicates in the same pile. So that's very, very interesting. So that means there's not really going to be a way to hit. If one of these cards goes up to like 50 bucks, there would be no way to get 2 of the same $50 card in a single box. Does that make sense, everybody? That's kind of what I was getting at. Because you can kind of determine, you know, what, did I mix up? Which one did I pull from? 7 packs there. 7 there. Is this the 6th? There we go. Sorry, I forgot which one I pulled. I just wanted to check. I just want to kind of finish my little experiment here because, again, I don't really have thousands of these boxes, and I find this very interesting to explore some of these sets I've never done. I like how they did it, though. I think it's a very fun, playful product, how they literally took each band. So each one's the same band in the pack, and then you kind of have your main hit in the back. What I think was a bad move on Weiss's part, though, was, are you ready? Exciting performance. Like, if some of these particular ones, I feel like maybe a year ago, maybe when it came out, I feel like 1 or 2 of these were maybe $50 plus. Then as time went on and the crash took over, I feel like the stores who got stuck with these probably just cracked the packs and sold the singles and did that kind of thing. The old blooming cheers. Because even if this is like a $5 card, if you're pulling, you know, let's say, how many commons are in a, or I guess commons, how many of these SRs is it, 4 or 5? So you get 4. So if each pack had, and I'm assuming these regular SRs, just because of the situation, these have got to be like 50-cent cards or 25-cent cards. So I would assume the regular cards in the pack are $1 or 2. But even then, if you have $2 in common cards, or even, you know, per box, again, when you look at the overall value of the pack, that's really good on a percentage scale of what a box costs. And we're basing everything on box prices being 25 bucks. So 10% of the value of a box cost is going to be the common slot. Such an interesting situation. I'm actually going to explore some of these. I want to see some of the other premium ones. I want to crack some, because there's some older premium ones. I know there's, not a Re-Memory Snow. There's, oh man, there's an older one that has a very, very interesting, is it Data Bullet? No. There's another one that's pretty expensive, where the prices have already moved. Not Memory Snow. There's one. It's like a greenish white box, and I think they're already like, I want to say, I think maybe 40 bucks a box. They've doubled from that 20 to 30 range into the 40s, and even then, there's like, I don't even know if you could buy a case. So there's some older ones like that that have moved up a lot, and let's see some of these, the old Peaceful Jump. I don't know. And then my next question is, okay, so what if somebody wanted to really go heavy into this market? It would be very easy to control and manipulate and do some shady stuff in this market. Because if the market's this thin, and the cards are this, I don't know, rare? Unavailable? Like, beautiful. Gorgeous. So, biggest conclusion on this, not the video I expected to see, Peter. Very interesting. None of the cards are super rare, because I didn't realize you could get a Weiss set, where literally there's a BCR, is it BDR or BC? BDR, I guess a border rare or something, or borderless. I didn't know you could get the chase card in every single pack. So there is no major case hit, and there's no super rare card in this product. And I think that's the biggest fallacy and the biggest mistake that Weiss did on this product line. The fact that they didn't do that, or the fact they left it out, either intentional, like why would they not have like a major like SSP super chase special? Like why would you not have at least 1 or 2 to help as a really special like version, or like a group, or maybe a group portrait, or like, okay, here's a good example. Maybe like a super group portrait of all the band members. So if maybe like a portrait card or something of all 4 band members on like a super chase one. So if there's like 5 or 6 bands, or what, I guess I don't know how many bands, maybe 10 different bands or something, or if there's a ton of different bands, like why don't you have one group shot? Or really, I don't know why they didn't do that, and I feel like that was a missed opportunity. But even then, that's a funky, what a weird premium product. And obviously this is a support product for obviously the Band Girl series and everything, the band party, but very interesting. Like I don't think they got it wrong with having, it's a premium product, so having every card as an SR instead of commons, and then having one chase card in every pack. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What I think the issue is they didn't have the super desirable chase slot by the case. In other words, in this whole video, we should have had 1 or 2 mega hits, and that doesn't seem to exist. And then number 3, the timing of this release was so rough, and the market boomed, and then when this thing, during the pre-orders, so a lot of stores were probably doing really good in 2021, had a bunch, dumped it or whatever, fell apart, and I think that's what did a lot of the damage to it long term. I think it was a mistake. There's missed opportunities here. It's a beautiful set. Definitely not what I expected. And I guess the final thing I want to say before I end the video is, dude, like you go on TCG Player and some of this stuff. Like if you hit some of these chase like cards on here, some of the actual BDR cards, the chase ones, you go online. A TCG Player, there's some of these cards have like 5 copies left. And after in like every copy is like $5 or $10, and there's like one copy at $50. Okay, so somebody spent $50 and you bought all the copies now. What happens? What happens to this product? Does nobody care because nobody buys the cards? Or what happens if somebody wants a certain card in the future? It's just really weird. Things like that always intrigue my brain because it's like there's so much uncertainty on something like, are the value of these really this low? Or there are just millions of unopened boxes, and if there's millions of unopened boxes and every box has a pack and every pack has a hit, well, there's no chase, there's no rarity. There's no rarity, there's no scarcity, there's no value. So, fun video. I'm very curious to see if anyone has any interesting comments below regarding the old Bang Dream Girls, the old band party series, and I still call it the Guitar Hero outside the US kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that this thing had an anime. I'm pretty sure this thing was pretty big in the video game and all that stuff, but I'm not super detailed on the characters and different bands other than that, folks. Always fun to learn. Even if you don't like certain things, it's always important to learn about things and explore to understand what's going on out there. And I hope you all have a beautiful day out there. And Peter, all the cards are headed your way.